So dear students, we are discussing physical and chemical change. In the previous lecture, we were discussing about physical change. Let me remind you a bit which the most important points which you have to keep in mind about the physical change. I have already told you that physical changes are generally reversible, where I have already cited an example. The example was about the ice block. If we place this ice block, expose this under the sunlight, this ice block, it gets converted into liquid. This ice block gets converted into liquid. So if you place this liquid in freezing temperature, for example in a refrigerator under a freezing temperature, this liquid again gets converted into the solid ice block. So we can see this change is the reversible change. Solid, it gets converted into liquid, and liquid to solid again. So such changes, this is the melting of ice. It is a physical change, and this change is reversible. तो इसको हम कहेंगे physical change. Second example, second point which you have to keep in mind, that is no new substance is formed during a physical change. During the physical change, no new substance is formed. As I have already cited certain examples. For example, if you take the rectangular paper sheet and you can torn it, you can cut it into different pieces. So during this process, there is no new substance is not formed. This change is the physical change. These pieces, if you place them on the plane surface, on the table, you cannot join them again and convert back into the rectangular piece. So you still call it physical change, because physical changes, there is no new substances formed. It is also a physical change. And physical changes may sometimes, generally, these are reversible. They can be reverted back. Some of the changes can be reverted back, and some cannot be reverted back. But there is no new substance formed during such changes. We call such changes physical changes. तो इस तरह से जो है, today we will discuss about what are chemical changes. तो chemical changes किनको हम कहेंगे? Chemical change. So chemical, to understand what actually the chemical change is, let's perform an activity. You might have seen some iron articles at your home. You might have seen lot of iron articles at your home. When you place such iron articles in your open ground, so what you will observe, after few days, there is the deposition of a brown layer on these iron articles. If I take, for example, spade, when you expose this spade in the field, open ground में आप रख लोगे, where there is moisture, where there is air, oxygen especially, where there is oxygen and moisture, in presence of moisturized air, there is the deposition of thin brownish layer. There is deposition of thin brownish layer on this iron article. What is this brownish layer? It is actually the rust. It is actually the rust. So what we conclude, if we if I will show you iron, which is Fe is the symbol of the iron. When we expose this iron to the moisture and air, especially the oxygen, it forms iron oxide, Fe2O3. This is iron oxide. This iron oxide is the rust. तो iron, इसको हमने expose किया with the moisturized air, तो ये convert हो जाता है. There is deposition of a thin brownish layer on the surface of the metal. This thin brownish layer on the surface of the metal which has got deposited, that is actually the rust. So in such case, there is the formation of new substance. Iron and the rust, they are totally different from each other. So rust formation, it is a new substance formation. So first point जो है, we can write it down here, that during the chemical reaction, there is formation of new substance. In case of, as compared to physical change, during physical change there was no formation of any new substance, but in case of chemical change, there is the formation of new substance. Let me show you one more activity to make you clear what actually the chemical changes are. If you are provided a magnesium ribbon, magnesium ribbon, this magnesium ribbon, magnesium actually is a metal. Magnesium is a metal. If you are provided a thin strip of this magnesium ribbon and you are provided sandpaper, you may clear this magnesium ribbon with the help of this sandpaper, and you can place this magnesium ribbon under the flame. Place this magnesium ribbon under the flame. So you will observe this magnesium ribbon, it burns in a white flame. There is production of brilliant white flame. तो white flame जहाँ वहाँ produce हो रहा है, तो अगर आप comparison इसको कर लोगे, the flame which is produced due to the burning of the coal, due to the burning of the wood, that is different, that's to some extent reddish brown. But in case of when you burn the magnesium ribbon, magnesium metal, there is the production of brilliant white flame. There is the production of brilliant white flame. What actually here the reaction, how is the reaction which takes place here? You may take the magnesium. This is the symbol of the magnesium. This is the magnesium metal. When you, in presence of oxygen, magnesium ribbon in presence of oxygen, in the air there is oxygen. When we burn it, when we place this magnesium in presence of near the flame, it gets burned. It burns with the production of the white flame. After that, there is left ash. Ash left हो जाता है. Ash is actually the magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide is actually the ash. So in case of when we burn magnesium, so there is formation of magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide is different as compared to magnesium. So here also there is formation of new substance. We call such change as the chemical change. Similarly, if we pour this magnesium in water, MgO, magnesium oxide, the ash of the magnesium oxide, if we pour this inside the water and stir it, we can mix this magnesium oxide with the water. And how could you test now whether this solution it is acidic or basic? If you pour this magnesium ribbon, red litmus paper, if you place in this solution, if the red litmus solution it turns blue, the blue color indicates the presence of the base. So base formation जो है, that's also a chemical change. Let's show me with the help of the equation. For example, magnesium oxide, this ash, when I pour this inside the water, H2O is the symbol of water. Magnesium oxide, I pour magnesium oxide in water, magnesium oxide in water. So what is the formula? There is MgOH whole twice. This is the magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide, as you are aware that I have already told you, hydroxide ion indicates the presence, means this is the base. Magnesium hydroxide, I have already told you, it is the base due to present formation of this new substance. Magnesium oxide and water, when they react and they form the new substance. In chemical reactions, during the chemical reactions, there is the formation of the new substance. So similarly, we call such reaction as the chemical change. तो इस तरह से जो है burning of magnesium ribbon, it is a chemical change. Rusting of iron, it's a chemical change. In both the cases, there is the formation of the new substance. In the next lecture, we will discuss more activities to clear you what actually the chemical changes are. Thanks for today.